Good evening and welcome to the Whiskey Lover Society with me, Gert Tief, and tonight is the cocktail night. So, as a quick recap, I have three whiskies. We have the Johnnie Walker Black Label. We also have the Monkey Shoulder, and we have the Chivas Regal 12-year-old whiskey. And the cocktail that my son has made for me is the old fashioned, and I had a quick look for the recipe. And in the recipe, we have some orange bitters, so just a little splash of orange bitters, one sugar cube, and if you don't want to put sugar in it, you can add some sweetener in it as well. The whiskey, and of course you're going to have a cherry and some orange peel. So I have three whiskies, cocktails. Number one, I have cocktail number two, and I have cocktail number three. And of course I have no idea what whiskey is in the glass. So the whole idea is to pick the cocktail king between the three whiskies. As you might know, and I will put also a link in the description to my previous whiskey review of the Monkey Shoulder. That for me was the cocktail king. So with this review, we are going to find out between these three which is the best one in a cocktail. So I'm going to start off with this glass, and I will find out later on from my son what was in it. Of course, there's a lot of orange notes to it. It's very sweet. But yeah, at this stage, I don't smell any alcohol, but I do smell the orange juice. So, cheers. It's very nice. Quite sweet. The alcohol, you do get the whiskey. But I think with the ice that was added to it, I think it started a little bit to melt, and so it's not strong on the alcohol, but quite pleasant. So the second one, the smell is exactly the same. You don't pick up the alcohol of it. You get the orange peel, definitely. The oil of the orange peel is quite prominent. The taste is totally different. This is a little bit more stronger on the alcohol. And for some reason, I think, I'm going to venture a guess. Look at the shape. I think this is the Johnnie Walker Black Label. But again, I could be totally wrong. But I do pick up a little bit of a little bit of a smoke in it. And then the last one, this is totally very light. The sweetness also quite light. More like not orange, but more like a little bit of a tangerine. I don't know if it's more, the ice is melted more on this one. This is nice. This is quite balanced, the flavors. Everything works together. I'm going to have to go back to the first one. And the flavor that's much sweeter than the last one. And a little bit of a tangy note at the end. And then the last one, I think I'm going to go back to this one. This one for me is quite nice. So the first one, well, let me start with the second one. I think the second one is going to be the Johnnie Walker, because of the little bit of a peaty note or a little bit of a hint of smoke. I think the first one, I suspect, is going to be I think this is going to be the Chivas Regal. And I think this one, glass number 3, I think this is the monkey shoulder. Could be totally wrong, and I'm going to find out a little bit later on. But for me, number 1, this one is the best one. Then I would my first glass, I would choose that as number 2. And the funny shaped glass, I think, is going to be number 3, which I suspect is the Johnnie Walker, but of course I have no idea. I will find out a bit later on. But this one is definitely my favorite one. So I'm going to ask my son which is which, and I will be back in a sec. So after consulting with my son that made it, let's start off with number 3, the one that I identify correctly. I might add as the Johnnie Walker Black Label 12-year-old. So I'm quite chuffed with myself that I could pick up a little bit of the smoke. So that was number 3. And then number 2, big surprise, this was actually the monkey shoulder, which is a little bit of a surprise to me because this was my king of cocktails. So for me that was number 2. And of course the new king, the Chivas Regal 12, has been crowned as a new king, and I think it is fantastic. It was much more mellower than the monkey shoulder. Everything would just work together, and I think this is something that's a perfect cocktail for a nice warm evening, and to enjoy some time with some friends. So thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what do you think is the best whiskey for your cocktail. What have you tried before? And let's talk about whiskey. So cheers. Remember to like and subscribe. Until next time.